Hello and welcome everyone to Bull's Corner. This is Big Bull here. Today I'm going to do a trade recap of SPY I took last week, and I'm going to explain in detail how I caught the top perfectly 2 times on SPY and sniped the bottom 2 intraday. Here's a trade that I alerted right at open, and it hit more than 100% both times. Alright guys, before starting I would really appreciate if you guys like this video and subscribe on my YouTube channel, and also give a follow on Twitter, where I post my daily watch list along with some good setups every single day. This is a hook and break and hook pattern that I always talk about. And you can see my video on this one too on AMD, and how I caught the top on AMD, and it's still going down to date. The AMD, the top we caught, and then we got this uh, here a lot of people shorted, right? So here a lot of people shorted on this one, and then we got a nice push down to the downside. So a lot of people did not get their sell orders filled. A lot of people could not got filled on this level. There were not enough sellers, right? So price came back. All the shorts reloaded their position here. Those who missed their short in here. So guys, always there are two types of traders, right? So the one who gets very aggressive, take a position right away when it comes to their level, and the second type of traders are the pullback traders. So market always reacts more on a pullback traders. So here comes the pullback on it, and then all the people that were waiting for it to short at these levels, they're gonna short it here, and then they will put their stop loss right above this level. Because if this level's broken, and that means the shorts that shorted here, their cease is invalidated, because this level high breaks, and if this high breaks too, that means the shorts that are shorted in this level, their theses are wrong too. So we got a stop loss hunt, and then we go to the upside. But we did not have this scenario here. We got a pullback, shorts reloaded, and then we go to the downside, right? And then we have this support, and then we got a bounce. So that was a clear ABC pattern played out. And then I was making my waves too in this one, right? So it's ABC wave down on this one, and this it formed this supply zone here clearly. So what I had this ABC to the downside, and then I had a clear wave count to the upside. So if the ABC wave down, after this 5 waves up, guys, you don't need to learn about these waves right now, but still letting you know that how I managed, right? So this is a wave 1, wave 2, and this is a huge wave 3 was going on. That's why we got this nice push. By the way, guys, if you guys remember, we caught this whole move on Thursday too on our Apple calls, and on our Nvidia did not work out on Thursday, but it did work out on Friday. So I had these levels. Wait. So wave 3, I had this wave 3 target for 161% extension of wave 1. Look what happens, guys. Wave 3 always rejects at 161% extension of wave 1. So what happens, this was already laid out. I already shared my plan that even before market open, that market will go into this zone, and then it will drop back into this demand area that we had, right? So this is all the plan was given. It was not I was okay. So this is a demand zone I had drawn in the chart. So price went into the demand zone as expected. In the supply zone it expected, and then when I saw this rejection in the 5 minutes, so price went into a demand zone. It hit our extension level, did not close above it. A huge rejection of this level right here. So right here I alerted puts. When I see this rejection in the half of this candle, I was pretty sure, I was 200% sure, 1000% sure that price is going to dump to the next demand level. So alerted puts right here when I see price rejecting of this prior supply here that we have right here. Price goes into this supply, rejected here, came back, and then we got a nice shot to the downside here. Right, so let me tell you this. again, guys, so we got this nice move down. It was 0 DTEs. Our contracts went, I think, almost more than 100%. We caught this whole move. This was my level to sell. This was my level to sell. We got a $3 drop on our contracts, sold right at the bottom in here. Then I was waiting, guys. Again, the same thing, guys. Same thing's gonna happen here. Price goes into supply, it got rejected. There are two types of traders, right? Two types of traders who short aggressively when price goes into their zone, and there is second type of traders who short when they see a pullback, right? So it's the same thing here. Goes here down, and then the same thing was gonna play out here. I told all the members that we will see a pullback, and then I'm gonna short on the pullback too. So what happens is I took this retracement here, and then so this is a clearly 1 2 3 4 5 waves to the upside, and then this was a clear ABC was playing to the downside here. So A's go down, and then we got a nice pullback on our on S&P, which was almost $1.50 from after selling the bottom, and then reloaded shorts here, guys. Reloaded shorts here. Why? Because this is another supply zone right here. You can see this intraday supply zone it made. SPY it broke down. It was holding this level. It was holding this prior high, broke this level, broke this, retested it, went down, and then goes back into the supply and started rejecting. When I saw this, it wicking, rejecting this level, I alerted puts here for round two, alerted puts here for round two, and then you guys can see some alerted right at the top, and then we got a nice flush back again for $2.30 again. Sold the bottom on this one too because my target got hit. I had some levels at that point, and then members can confirm. So sold the bottom in here for the second time on S&P. Guys, let me know in the chat if that helps you or if you guys have any questions. As for the bottom one, the bottom I caught on SPY. So this was the demand zone that I had. It was a bit down here because I see this wicks here. So I wanna go till the wicks is have here, and then I wanna see price holding my zone. So what happens, guys? What happened is price came after this huge dump. I was not a part of the dump, in here. I sold everything here. I just went to sleep after, right? So I did not care. Look at this price was just chopping around, burning premiums. There's no point of staying in a trade when price is extended, right? So what happens here is this: we got a price in my demand zone right here. So I got a price in my demand zone. Later in the day, I was waiting, guys. That's how price moves. Price goes into supply, it's gonna reject there, it's gonna come to demand, and then it's gonna bounce back to supply zone, right? So we had this supply here, we had this supply right here, price ABC dumped into the demand. What are you expecting? I'm expecting more upside now. So price travels to supply and demand. So price traveled to our demand zone right here, and then I saw this downtrend. So I saw this downtrend here, and then it broke out. Then it broke the downtrend in 5-minute chart, or in 50-minute, whatever you are comfortable. But I suggest you look at 50-minute chart if you are new. Do not look at 5 minutes, more volatile, and then just ban the 1-minute chart if you're a new trader. If you're a new trader, stick to 50-minute chart, and then you will find more success in that. So guys, again, same thing here. I'm gonna invert it the chart. The same pattern is going here. You guys gonna be amazed. But look at this. Okay, price comes into my demand zone. I knew that price is gonna bounce off this level. What do we see? Price came and price started holding this level. In 1 or 2 candles, price started holding, and then what happens? We got an instant pop. We got an instant half-point pop off our level, off our demand zone. That means the buyers are showing up in this level, and they're not willing to let that level break. So what happens is the same thing, guys. Break and hook, same pattern here going on. The same pattern was going here, right? Pullback traders here, right? Price goes into supply and then pull back, made a hook, and then went down. Same thing, guys. Same thing here. Price goes to demand, bounced off. Two types of traders, guys. One who go long aggressively when price comes to demand zone. The second type of buyers, those who buys on pullbacks, right? So here we got our pullback right after hitting the supply, went out of supply, and then we got this nice pullback, alerted puts, alerted calls, by the way. When I saw this level holding on intraday, saw this level holding, alerted calls right here. And guys, look at the reaction of this demand. Price just exploded. Price just exploded from our demand zone, and we got a $2 pop on our contracts. I was in the weeklies too, but I alerted a month out. Because I was expecting it to continue to the upside, but we got a sell off as expected by end of the day. So a nice $2 move on our contracts. I was in the weeklies too in the next weeks, and they went almost 60, I think 70% on this pop. So guys, that's how I managed to caught top two times on SPY and bottom once on SPY on Friday, guys. That's almost yield a return of almost 3 to 400% just just by being patient, guys. You guys did not see me foaming in the trades or anything. I was just waiting and waiting and waiting for price to come into my zones and then only trade, or price break out of my level and then trade, guys. I do not trade price when it's in a no man's land. Always try to trade the price when it's in the supply or it's in the demand zone, right? So there's no point of trading price when it's in no man's land. So guys, that was the trade recap on SPY. I hope you guys like it. Thumbs up in the chat or on the this starting session if you guys like this and want me to continue doing this trade recap. So let's go. XLF, guys. XLF not looking good, to be honest. Um, Broke this key level here, probably bearish engulfing on the weekly too on high volume. So what's next for banking sector is to hold this level, guys. To hold this level, expecting a drop to 36, 38 level, and then has a gap to fill here too. So guys, so anything can happen with XLF, but definitely not a good look on XLF here. So that means banking names should see red days going next week. Guys, love to see you guys like it. I'm gonna make more of this content because guys, it was not